So in Cuba, the government is temporarily lifting restrictions on food and medicine imports following civil unrest. And more than 21 people have been killed in Germany and Belgium after heavy rain triggered flash floods in parts of the country. Haley Ott is in London following these stories and other headlines from around the world. Haley, good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. First to Germany and Belgium, where the New York Times is reporting that at least 22 people now have been killed and dozens are missing as heavy rains caused severe flooding in both countries. Rushing waters washed away cars and swallowed entire storefronts on this street in the Belgian city of Verviers. In Germany, fierce flooding caused whole houses to collapse. Authorities warned water levels could hit heights only seen every quarter century and usually only in winter. In the western German city of Hagen, which has declared a state of emergency, soldiers have been deployed and people have been told to seek higher ground. Germany is scheduled to have an election in September to decide who will succeed longtime Chancellor Angela Merkel, and it's possible that the extreme weather could make climate change more of a central issue. Now to Afghanistan, where next week the U.S. says it will start evacuating interpreters and other staff that worked with the American military. As the United States withdraws its troops and the Taliban continues to make rapid gains across the country, many Afghans who worked alongside American and NATO forces fear retribution. According to Reuters, the first evacuation will include about 2,500 people who will be housed in military facilities until their U.S. visas are processed. Next to Cuba, where the government has temporarily lifted import duties on medicine, food, and other essentials in response to ongoing demonstrations. Protests, which are rare and illegal in Cuba, have been taking place across the country since Sunday in response to food and medicine shortages, price increases, and the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. Dozens have been arrested, and at least one person has been killed. The internet and 3 and 4G phone signals, which were reportedly limited, have been at least partially restored today. And finally, to India, where the country's central bank has banned Mastercard from issuing any new debit or credit cards. The Reserve Bank of India is accusing Mastercard of violating a 2018 law requiring it to store all data about Indian transactions exclusively within India. The credit card company reportedly accounted for a third of all card payments in India last year, but the move will not affect existing cardholders. Despite U.S. companies lobbying against the 2018 Indian law, earlier this year, American Express and Diners Club were also banned from issuing new cards in the country. Anne-Marie?
All right, Haley Ott, thank you so much, Haley.